Have you ever wondered what it would be like to be asked invasive questions on live TV?
The reason I'm asking about the past is that you've talked in other interviews again about your relationship with your father and the role of all of that in the dark periods you entered and taking drugs and drinking and all of that. And I just wondered whether you think you're free of all of that, or whether that's still something.
I'm sorry, I really don't. What are we doing?
Or had someone push your buttons while cameras were rolling?
Yes. Now, why would you do that? Why would you do that? Come here. Why would you do that?
We've all had those moments where someone pushes us a little too far, but most of us don't have to deal with it in front of cameras. From prying questions about personal struggles to outright disrespectful behavior, some reporters seem to forget there's a real person sitting across from them. Today, we're looking at 14 unforgettable moments where celebrities decided enough was enough and clapped back at reporters who crossed the line. 1. Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson's explosive personality shines both in and out of the ring. During a casual promo interview, a reporter unexpectedly mentioned his criminal past. The moment that comment landed, Tyson's calm shifted to full-on fury, sparking one of the wildest on-camera confrontations ever.
Okay. Now, some of your critics would say, there's a race for mayor. We know you're a convicted rapist. This could hurt his campaign. How would you respond to that?
Hey, I don't know who said that. You're the only one I heard say that. You know what I mean? And I don't have no comment to that, because it's negative and you're being negative. And I met the mayor, right, and nothing they can do about it.
We actually had a really good time.
Yikes, Mike really didn't like that one. At this point, Mike was just done with this interviewer.
Highs and lows.
It's so interesting that you come across like a nice guy, but you're really a piece of shit.
Hey,
with that comment.
Come on.
No, that was a piece of you. That was a piece of shit.
We're doing live TV.
And I don't care. What are you gonna do about it?
All right.
Well, one thing's for sure. This interviewer made an enemy out of one of the scariest dudes ever.
Right. Is it nerve-wracking for you to do something like this, or is it more nervous for you to box? How does it compare?
I don't know. It's more nerve-wracking for me to hear us talking to a rat piece of shit like you.
Come on, Mike.
No, because you're a piece of shit.
All right.
You really didn't have to.
We're gonna.
Ever wonder what other celebrities have had to deal with similarly inappropriate questions? Well, wait until you see how Robert Downey Jr. handles this next situation. Second, Robert Downey Jr. Robert Downey Jr.'s reputation for quick wit and sharp responses is well documented, but even he has his limits. During what was supposed to be a simple promotional interview for Avengers: Age of Ultron, British journalist Krishnan Guru Murthy decided to dig into RDJ's past struggles with addiction and his relationship with his father.
How comfortable you are, talking about yourself at the moment.
You have as much time as anyone else will.
Yeah, well, okay, well then let me just ask you a few more questions and you can answer them if you want to and not if you don't want to.
You'd think the look on RDJ's face would make this guy stop, but no. He decided to take another go at the disrespect.
The reason I'm asking about the past is that you've talked in other interviews again about your relationship with your father and the role of all of that in the dark periods you entered and taking drugs and drinking and all of that. And I just wondered whether you think you're free of all of that, or whether that's still something.
I'm sorry, I really don't. What are we doing?
Well, I'm just asking questions.
Clearly, even Iron Man has his breaking point. Speaking of journalists who don't know when to stop, wait until you see what happens when this same interviewer meets Quentin Tarantino. 3. Quentin Tarantino. Quentin Tarantino's films always spark debate about movie violence, but one interview really took it over the edge. When Krishnan Guru Murthy pressed him on linking on-screen violence to real-world issues, Tarantino didn't hold back.
Congratulations on the movie. Why did you want to make a movie with slavery as a theme? Did that just come with making a Western in that period?
I've always wanted to explore slavery in a film before.
And this was just the start.
So you can't be surprised by the controversy that's come along with it?
Well, you can't. I don't think you can actually make a movie about slavery in America that it's not going to be controversial.
Are you very disappointed by Some of the reactions, Spike Lee especially.
Oh, I couldn't be happier with the reaction to this movie. It's been fantastic.
Watch how the interviewer knows Quentin is completely irritated at this point, but he decides to just keep on going.
I'd love to, but I mean, you know, it's interesting that you have a different view, and I'm just trying to explore that.
Yeah, and I don't want to. Because I'm here to sell my movie. This is a commercial for the movie, make no mistake.
Well, you interviews.
Yeah.
So you don't want to talk about anything serious?
I don't want to talk about what you want to talk about. I don't want to talk about the implications of violence. I haven't wanted, because the reason I don't want to talk about it is I've said everything I have to say about it. If anyone cares what I have to say about it, they can Google me. And they can look for 20 years what I have to say about it. I haven't changed my opinion one iota.
No, but you haven't fleshed it out. That's the only reason.
It's not my job to flesh it out.
No, it's my job to try and ask you to.
And I'm shutting your butt down.
And that's entirely.
Who even let this guy become an interviewer? If you thought that was intense, wait until you see how comedian Bill Burr handles unprofessionalism. 4. Bill Burr. Bill Burr's no-nonsense attitude has made him one of comedy's most authentic voices, but when a local Atlanta radio station tried to turn his interview into a circus, things got uncomfortable fast.
And this is Bill Burr.
That's your question?
I'm just saying who you are.
Oh, yeah, all right. I don't like you. Creep me out with that big microphone and that country western shirt.
And then the host not only acted unprofessionally, but also demanded that Burr perform stand-up on the spot. What followed was a masterclass in how to handle disrespectful interviewers, complete with Burr's signature brutal honesty and quick wit.
I'm a mic hog, but do you like my mic?
No, I don't. I don't. Please.
Is that comfortable? Is this uncomfortable?
This is no, don't, man. Honestly, can I take the mic?
Sure.
Now that's the number one thing you don't do. As I learned that in broadcasting school.
Bill really taught this guy a lesson, right? Speaking of uncomfortable interviews, you won't believe how this next host managed to cross multiple lines with Dylan McDermott. 5. Dylan McDermott. When Dylan McDermott appeared on a comedy radio show to promote his new series, he probably didn't expect to relive one of the most traumatic moments of his life. The host not only brought up his mother's murder, but proceeded to make death-related jokes.
I know your mom was killed. Right, but did they?
There you go. That's what I'm getting to.
Well, that's what Sam is kind of, I think, alluding to. It's obviously a very rough way to come up. Was it something that was ruled accidental and then declared a murder? There was some kind of something. I guess not. How am I trying to say that? It wasn't. It was changed. What they thought happened.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't want to get into that now. You know, I'm just talking about LA to Vegas, but
okay.
Yeah, it was definitely rough. And,
what night is that on?
It's on Tuesdays at 9.
It's on Tuesdays at 9. It's not the death slot. Hey, speaking of death. Okay. What time? LA to Vegas, I love it. I'm a fucking fan of flying. I'm an airline freak, but this is current day. It's not like Mad Men era. They had that Pan Am kind of show.
It's modern day.
But it's modern day.
But then, the host kind of tried to justify why he asked this question.
And the reason we asked you about it is it's on the sheet, and they talk about how it kind of led you into getting into acting, like, you know, through circumstances beyond your control. Then you wound up living here, and then you wound up just kind of morphing into act. So it might not have been something that you gotten into had nature just gone a different direction.
I mean, who knows why, you know, but
Honestly, they should have just stuck to way more normal questions. Think this interview was bad? Just wait until you see how Will Smith reacts when a reporter tries to get a little too close for comfort. 6. Will Smith. Red carpet moments are usually pretty standard affairs, but one reporter decided to spice things up by trying to kiss Will Smith during an interview. Bad move. The Fresh Prince, known for his usually cheerful demeanor, showed a completely different side when this reporter crossed his personal boundaries.
Oh my God, a dream. There you go. There you go. Oh, man, what the hell is your problem, buddy?
Smith's reaction proved that even the nicest guys in Hollywood have their limits when it comes to inappropriate behavior. And if you think that was intense, 7. Tom Cruise. During what should have been a routine red carpet interview, a prankster reporter decided it would be funny to spray Tom Cruise with water from a fake microphone. The Mission Impossible star wasn't about to let this slide.
No, why would you do that? Why would you do that? Come here. Why would you do that? Why would you do that?
Not very funny. Can you please?
No, it's okay. No, wait 1 second. What's so funny about that? It's ridiculous. Do you like making less of people? Is that what-
At this point, the reporter tries to make a run for it, but Tom had other plans.
That's really... Hey, no. Don't run away. Don't run away. No, let me have one. I don't care. That's incredibly rude. I'm here giving you an interview and answering your questions, and you do something really nasty. You're a jerk. You're a jerk. Well, you know what? You're a jerk. Turn your cameras off there. Come on, Tyson. Be ashamed of yourself. Come on, Tyson.
Lesson learned. Don't mess with Tom Cruise. Next, wait till you see what happened to Scarlett Johansson. 8. Scarlett Johansson. When promoting The Avengers, Scarlett Johansson probably expected questions about her character, the plot, or maybe even her stunts. Instead, one reporter thought it was appropriate to ask about her underwear choices during filming.
Were you able to wear undergarments?
You're like the fifth person that's asked me that.
Because
what is going on? Since when did people start asking each other about in interviews about their underwear?
No, because it is such a skin tight. Here's
I'll
why.
leave it up to your imagination.
Oh, see?
Okay?
Is that
whatever you feel like I should be wearing or not wearing under that costume?
This is not a.
Is what I.
Is it inappropriate?
To ask somebody what kind of underpants they wear?
I didn't ask you what kind.
You just asked me if I was wearing any.
What followed was a lesson in how to shut down sexist questioning while maintaining complete professionalism. Her response left the interviewer scrambling to defend his inappropriate line of questioning.
Could you?
No, what do you wear
Could
underneath?
you?
He's
Like, what do you wear underneath something
Overalls.
like that? Do you wear clothes?
You wear dungarees. No, you can't wear clothes under it. It's like a wetsuit.
Okay.
Practically.
All right. So you answered my question.
Well, I don't know. Maybe it's a little bit more than a wetsuit. Was I wearing underwear? I mean, gosh, ask Joss.
I did.
You asked Joss what kind of underwear he wears?
No.
What kind of interview is this?
Wow, to think he would ask a person he's just met such an inappropriate question. Moving to the next one, ever wonder how Samuel L. Jackson handles being mistaken for another actor? 9. Samuel L. Jackson. In what might be one of the most cringe-worthy moments in entertainment news, a reporter confused Samuel L. Jackson with Lawrence Fishburne, asking about a Super Bowl commercial that Jackson wasn't even in.
I tell you what, you working for Marvel, the Super Bowl commercial, did you get a lot of reaction to that Super Bowl commercial?
What Super Bowl commercial?
Oh, you know what? I've admit my mistake.
See, you're as crazy as the people on Twitter.
Right.
I'm not Lawrence Fishburne.
That's my fault. I know that. That was my fault. My mistake. You know what?
We don't all look alike.
Flog, you're exactly
we may be
right.
all black and famous.
You
but
are
we all don't look
guilty.
alike.
I am guilty.
Next question.
I am guilty.
He thought you were Bob Dylan.
Right. That's right.
You're the entertainment reporter.
I know. I've done
You're
them
the
all.
entertainment reporter
Right.
for this station.
Flog.
And you don't know the difference between
I
me and
know.
Lawrence Fishburne.
My mistake. My mistake.
Jackson, never one to let things slide, took this opportunity to address the broader implications of assuming all black actors are the same person.
Be a very short line for your job
I'll
outside
say.
there.
No, it probably would not be hard to get another person to sit right here. Let's talk about RoboCop.
Oh, hell no. Really? Really?
I apologize.
I'm the other guy. I'm the other guy. The other one. What's in your wallet?
Right. That's it.
I'm that
exactly
guy.
right.
There's more than one black guy doing a commercial.
There it is. No question about that.
I'm the what's in your wallet black guy.
Okay.
He's the car black guy.
There it is.
Morgan Freeman is the other credit card black guy. You only hear his voice though, so you probably won't confuse him with Lawrence Fishburne.
You're 100% right. To RoboCop,
there's a heavyweight black guy that's like putting cash down in the seats in a baseball stadium, but he's also the black guy that turns off the house, the water, and the lights when his kid tells him the house is cool. I'm not that guy either.
Do we want to do a list of all the people that you're not?
And I've actually never done a McDonald's or a Kentucky Fried Chicken commercial. I know that's surprising.
Right. Fair enough. Fair enough.
See, folks? You should always do your homework before asking dumb questions. But if you thought that was awkward, number 10, Mel Gibson. During what was supposed to be a simple promotional interview for Edge of Darkness, interviewer Dean Richards decided to bring up Mel Gibson's past controversies. Despite Gibson clearly showing his discomfort with the line of questioning, Richards kept pushing.
Do you think that the public will perceive you any differently after all that's been in the news about you?
What are you referring to specifically?
Referring to the, the drinking problems, referring to what's been called the anti-Semitic rant, referring all those things. You know what I'm talking about.
Okay, so that's almost 4 years ago, dude. I mean, I've moved on. I guess you haven't.
Well, so I'm just wondering if you think that the public has moved on and will perceive you in the same light.
Well, I certainly hope so. You know, it is a while back, and I've done all the necessary mea culpas. So, let's move on, dude. Come on.
Edge of Darkness opens today. It's good to see you back in the saddle and doing what you do best. Thanks a lot for joining us, Mel. Take care.
Bye-bye.
What started as mild irritation from Gibson quickly escalated into one of the most uncomfortable exchanges in interview history.
Let's move on, dude. Come on.
Edge of Darkness opens today. It's good to see you back in the saddle and doing what you do best. Thanks a lot for joining us, Mel. Take care.
Bye-bye.
That guy kind of deserved it, right? Next, are you ready for some musical drama? 11. Billy Bob Thornton. When Billy Bob Thornton appeared on a Canadian radio show with his band, the Boxmasters, he had one simple request. Don't mention his acting career. Seems straightforward enough, right? Wrong. Watch what happens.
Would I say that he's passionate about music?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really? Would you explain why it's not a hobby?
Would I explain why it's not a hobby? Are you reacting to the fact that I said?
Yeah, I am. Since you're instructed not to talk about shit like that, yeah, I am reacting to that. Yeah.
I wasn't instructed to. I'm not really instructed. You guys are here as a band. You're performing, but
Well, the producer was instructed.
And Billy kept getting madder and madder.
But not really.
It's not.
No.
You would prefer me to only do this interview not mentioning at all, just to clarify.
That's correct. Yes.
At all that you've ever done anything in terms of acting, screenwriting.
That's correct.
Okay, but do you know that people are listening across the country and across North America, and they might think that's odd that I would not mention anything to do with your past?
Thornton's reaction showed just how seriously he takes his music career, but a lot of people think it was an overreaction. What do you think about this? Now, want to see how to handle an ambush interview with class? 12th, Matt Damon. At an education reform rally, Matt Damon found himself ambushed by a reporter pushing an agenda about teacher job security. The reporter probably wasn't expecting Damon, whose mother is a teacher, to be so well informed about education policy.
Well, you have an incentive to work harder, but if there's job security...
Be an actor. It's not an incentive. That's the thing. See, you take this MBA-style thinking, right? It's the problem with ed policy right now. There's this intrinsically paternalistic view of problems that are much more complex than that. It's like saying a teacher is going to get lazy when they have tenure. A teacher wants to teach.
What followed was a proper lecture on how to dismantle faulty arguments with facts and personal experience.
I mean, why else would you take a shitty salary and really long hours and do that job?
Really does prove that some celebrities know their stuff. Think awkward interviews are just for serious topics? 13. Jesse Eisenberg. During what should have been a straightforward promotional interview, Jesse Eisenberg encountered perhaps one of the most unprepared interviewers in recent memory.
Okay. So Freeman plays a magic debunker.
Freeman? Who are you? Yeah. Freeman? Yeah. What, are you on a baseball team with him?
Yeah, he's a buddy of mine.
Okay.
Host Romina Puga's demanding attitude and lack of preparation led to an increasingly uncomfortable exchange, even leading to a forced magic trick that went about as well as you'd expect when someone's already irritated.
Is that you have a snap card trick that you learned or something?
Sure, yeah. You brought a card?
I have a lot of cards.
Do you know the comedian Carrot Top?
Yes, horrible.
Well, you were like the Carrot Top of interviewers.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah. No, and it's a good thing. It's
I'm
a good
gonna
thing.
go cry now.
No, don't cry now. Cry after the interview's over, because otherwise I'll look like I'm responsible for it. Okay, so.
Well, you are.
Well, I don't want to know that though.
Okay, well,
so
you know now.
I said your name into camera. What else do you want from me?
A magic trick.
Okay.
We're still trying to figure out what the energy was in the interview. So awkward, right? And for our grand finale.
Number 14,
Jim Everett versus Jim Rome. Some feuds build up over time, and this one had been brewing for months. Radio host Jim Rome had been repeatedly calling NFL quarterback Jim Everett by the name Chris on his show. When the two finally met face-to-face, something crazy happened.
Well, see, but this was back in 1989.
Okay, that was about
you may have even been Jim Everett back there, but somewhere along the way, Jim, you ceased being Jim and you became Chris.
Well, let me tell you a little secret. That, you know, we're sitting here right now, and if you guys want to take a station break, you can. But if you call me Chris Everett to my face one more time...
I already did it twice.
You call it one more time, we better take a station break.
Well, it's a 5-minute segment, or a 5-segment show. We got a long way to go.
Well, we do.
We got a long way to go.
We do.
I'll get a couple segments out of you before.
Well, it's good to be here with you, though.
Well, it's good to see you, too.
Because you've been talking like this behind my back for a long time.
But now I said it right here.
Right, exactly.
Well, we got no problems then.
I think that you probably won't say it again.
I bet I do.
Okay.
Chris?
How's that for a confrontation? From Mike Tyson's explosive reaction to Jim Everett flipping tables, these moments remind us that even the most composed celebrities have their breaking points. Whether it's inappropriate questions, personal attacks, or just plain disrespect, these interviews show what happens when reporters push too far. What's your take? Which interviewer crossed the line the hardest? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed watching celebrities put disrespectful reporters in their place, make sure to like and subscribe for more content like this.